In this tutorial, we are going to be taking a glance at the various reports that can be created with Metrix Report Maker. Report Maker lets us create benchmarking, tracking, verification, diagnostic, breakout, and custom reports. Once we have selected the type of report we want to create, a wizard takes us through the steps in the report making process. And because all of the reports created by Report Maker are made in Excel, reports can be edited and personalized. Benchmarking reports are used to compare sites against each other to find out which are using the most dollars per square feet, dollars per student, etc. We can compare sites or areas and determine which are meeting savings targets and which are not. In this example, we are comparing dollars per square feet for sites within our Roman Provinces project. We can see that problem sites include Germania, Belgica, and Bithynia et Pontus. With time across years reports, we are able to see how various items, which include sites, areas, and meters, compare from year to year. This sample time across years report displays total dollars from the years ending in June of 1999 and June of 2000 at the Drake site. Notice how savings are displayed in a bar format. Time across scenarios reports allow us to select a scenario, for example baseline or actual, and view how it varies for a chosen item over time. In this example, we have selected the baseline/actual scenario, and our selected unit is total dollars. The report displays total dollars for the baseline, actual, and the difference in total dollars between the baseline and actual for the San Antonio site. Notice how the data in our table is separated by years. Time across items reports allow us to view how selected items for a project vary for a selected unit over time. In this example, the report displays the load factor percentage for different high school areas over a 2-year span. Notice how our data is presented in both a graphical and tabular format. Time across utility type reports display scenarios for each of the utilities within the items we chose to include in our report over a specified time period. In our example, total dollars is displayed for the natural gas and electric utility types within our Clare site. Data is reported for the year 1998. Notice how total dollars for electric and natural gas are displayed in the table. With diagnostics reports, we may select and configure various tests for items within our project. Diagnostics reports identify potential billing errors. This diagnostics report helps us identify problem data entries in our Uptown meter. Notice that problem areas are highlighted and that the report includes a legend which contains descriptions for each of the tests we chose to run. Tuning contract reports summarize tuning data for selected items. Tuning contracts include the tuning bill data, period, and baseline equation. Most often, tuning contract reports are included in performance contracts. If you don't understand tuning, don't worry because tuning contracts are generally for performance contractors. Verification summary reports show how the baseline equations used in tuning are calculated for a specific bill. The report shows what variables, modifications, and measures are included in the baseline. This report shows how the main electric meter's baseline was calculated both for consumption and demand for the months April and May of 2002. Meter detail reports show specific information about selected meters. This type of report displays bill data for a reference period, baseline usage, actual usage, as well as the percent difference between baseline and actual, use avoidance, and cost avoidance for a selected time period. Pie chart reports allow us to view cost summaries for selected items in a pie chart format. In this example, we have reported costs for the downtown site broken up by fuel type. Notice that consumption, cost, and percent of total cost are shown in the table which accompanies the chart. Site comparison reports display fuel type, consumption, cost, and percent of total cost for selected sites or areas. In this example, we are reporting information for each of the sites within our project. Percent cost, which is broken down by fuel type, can easily be compared for each site. Comparison reports allow the user to select the items as well as the scenarios to compare. The user also specifies how he wishes to subgroup and subtotal data. In this comparison report, we have chosen to display the baseline/actual scenario, which is broken down by utility type for each site within our provincial stadiums project. Missing bills reports report missing bills for selected items within a project. The user defines what type of missing bill data they wish to report. You can see that our sample missing bills report for our provincial stadiums project shows the location, account number, fuel type, the number of missing bills, and the missing bills estimated date. In this tutorial, we did a quick overview of some of the various reports that can be created with ReportMaker. ReportMaker lets us create benchmarking, tracking, verification, diagnostic, breakout, and custom reports. With the aid of ReportMaker, we are able to clearly communicate the results of our projects to different audiences.